Are you a little surprised that rising yields and higher inflation expectations, as well as higher geopolitical tensions all throughout this year, these things have not collectively caused the stock market to crash? Does that surprise you?
A little bit in the sense that I think there are a lot of other times historically when if you'd had these same inflation kind of conditions, you would have seen much more of a negative response from the market. Now, part of that is because normally the reason inflation is a problem for stocks is that it causes the Fed to raise rates. Inflation itself is not really bad for stocks, at least relative to bonds, because corporate earnings go up along with inflation. Companies just pass along those price increases, and so their profits will go up. The problem is if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates aggressively as a result of the inflation, then that makes owning stocks less appealing. It tends to slow down the economy. But so far, the Fed has not done that and has not really indicated it's going to do that. That's really the difference this cycle is the Fed was lowering rates until December and has been basically just sitting on the sidelines for the first 6 months of this year and probably will for a little while longer. So if the Fed isn't going to be the party pooper, then inflation is it's not great. Consumers don't like it. But the stock market and earnings aren't, necessarily that bad or any worse off. They can get some pricing power out of it. So I think that's been the real difference this cycle. The fact that, and also the fact that people see that the inflation is coming from, like the war in Iran and a supply shock to oil, predominantly. And then prior to that, it was, the Ukraine and COVID and everything else. So if you know the reason for it and you think that reason will go away fairly soon, you don't worry about it as much. And that's what I think the market's been doing.